So a new bill has just been introduced called the Living Wage for Musicians Act, and they aim to make digital streaming platforms like your Spotify's, your Apple Music's pay 1 penny per stream, as opposed to what the payout has been right now. I'm about to break it down for y'all, so y'all gotta go nowhere else to get no information about it so that we can follow this, because this is huge news. If this actually happens, it's gonna be a game changer, an instant transfer of wealth, and musicians finally gonna get what they deserve for all of the hard work that we've been putting in. Now, for those of you that don't know, Spotify, I'll be using them for an example. They pay 0.0033 cents per stream. So basically, y'all would have to stream one of my songs 1,000 times in order for me to make $3.30. But if this bill goes into effect, then that means I'm getting $10 per 1,000 streams, as well as all the other artists. So let's put this in perspective using one of my songs that is out now. My most recent release, Ooh La La.
My pussy belong to you. When you in here, it's a cool. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la.
That song is chilling at a smooth 80,000 streams. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. So that song came out in February. So let's do some math. According to Spotify streaming payout right now at 0.0033 cents per stream, 80,000 streams for Ooh La La is $264 between when it came out in February and now. However, if we were getting paid 1 penny per stream, then that would mean $800 for your boy. I don't know about y'all, but that's a pretty significant difference. Now granted, that's just one of my releases. I have other songs racking up streams on the daily in the thousands. So that would be bringing in more money for your boy. This is a huge game changer for artists, because not only do we finally get what we're worth, but we no longer have to open ourselves up to be taken advantage of by shady record label deals and unconventional ways of getting money. First off, we need to understand, where does this money come from? Is the government paying this? Are the streaming platforms paying this money to artists? No, they're not. I'll just let you in on that secret. The streaming platforms are not paying any more to the artists that they already are. So here's the tea on where this money comes from. What they propose to do is add an extra fee onto your subscription fee. So your Spotify subscription, your Apple subscription, your Amazon, wherever you listen to music, there will be a higher fee associated with that platform that will in turn go into a fund that will pay artists out respectively 1 penny per stream. But there's even a catch to that. You will make 1 penny per stream up to 1 million streams. And then after that million, then it kind of goes back to how it is now, 0.0033 or whatever the payment rate is for the other distribution platforms. Consumers, be prepared for a higher premium for listening to your music. And it's set to go up about $4 to $10. So with that being said, let's talk about what might stop this bill from being passed. Now, one, it could just be our government and Congress not valuing the issues and the complaints of artists wanting a higher and livable wage, because in order to have a livable wage based off of streams, you would need to be streaming 800,000 streams a month, which is wild. And in a little bit, I'm actually going to show you guys how much money I would have been paid if streams were a penny per stream for my biggest song, Windows, which has over 1 million streams. We're gonna do the math on that one too. I'm gonna calculate all the streams that Windows has collectively on Spotify, Apple Music, and we'll see what the streaming rate will be. I think probably the most powerful way that this won't go into act or effect would be the consumer. The consumer might just be super anti, like, I'm not trying to pay no higher premium in order to stream music that I've already been streaming at this price. That means that the consumer would either have to pay the higher premium or lose access to those libraries of music. And so the alternative is to go back to the Napster and LimeWire days, where you had to go underground and find ways to get that same music, but you're paying for the convenience to not have to go and do that. So like after it's all said and done and you go through the labor just to get access to the same music you had before, you might just be like, man, it's worth me paying the whatever premium that I gotta pay now, because it ain't the same. It don't hit the same. Or the alternative could be, how can I figure out how to support my favorite artists directly? But I will say, if you do that, which is amazing, artists love the direct support. I mean, shoot, when I think about me, you could always buy some merch, come to a show, You feel me? If you want to put your money where your mouth is as far as supporting artists that you already like, but that can become very expensive depending on how many artists you would like to support, and you might end up paying more than the premium probably to support your favorite artist versus if you just take that extra tax. So those are the factors that I think could come into play, but I just think it's good for the consumer to remember that this is actually directly helping the artist. There is no reason why people that put out so much emotion and passion and music into the world shouldn't be compensated fairly. Artists have always had to kind of just take what they could get, because if you get to a certain level, or if you're lucky enough to get big, then the payout is ridiculous. It's like, would you make minimum wage for 10 years if you knew after those 10 years you would be in a way higher tax bracket in the hundreds of thousands or the low millions? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the game that we artists play when you bet on yourself and believe in yourself. I hope this bill can go into effect immediately. But I told y'all we will look at the collective streams for my biggest song, Windows, and do the math on what it would be like if that song made 1 penny per stream. Now, my song Windows, my biggest song to date, collectively over all streaming platforms, has approximately 8 million streams. So if we take those 8 million streams and multiply that by Spotify's current stream payout rate for streams, that is $26,400 that I made off of that song. So that's $26,400. But let's say I take that same 8 million, multiply that by the penny per stream. Y'all, that means that I would have gotten paid $80,000 for Windows. 80,000. That is insane. That is insane. That is a huge game changer amount. Like, I'm telling you, I know what I do with that money. I know my mission right now as an artist is to garner as much control as possible to accurately put out the narrative of my music and say my message effectively in the way that I want to. And money is sometimes one of the biggest things that gets in the way from you being able to do exactly what you want to do. I know what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it anyways, but this path will make it far easier. So I just wanted to put y'all hip to everything that's going on. Plug and play your numbers, your metrics, your math, and see what you would be getting if streams were a penny per stream. But y'all should definitely be looking into this, definitely be following this, and making sure that you keep your ear to the streets so that when it's time to get your shine, you don't miss out on your dimes. It's been J Pitch. Let me know what you think about this video, man, and I'll holla at y'all later.